going to call to order. Please rise for the presentation of the colors.
Mark time, march. Color guard, ball. Left, face. Present, colors.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, colors. Post.
Thank you to our color guard members tonight, firefighter Dwayne Cobb, firefighter Brett Davenport, firefighter Matt Eldridge, and firefighter Glenn Schlub. Now I will ask Pastor Ben Linville, Associate Pastor at Grace Baptist United Church, to deliver our invocation.
Father, you tell us in your word that we are to give honor to whom honor is due. And Lord, that's the reason why we've assembled together here tonight, Lord, to honor those who, in very high order, who are willing to sacrifice. And Lord, we thank you for that sacrifice. We ask for your protection in body and mind and spirit of these who serve. Lord, the men and women who are daily willing to sacrifice time away from family, time away from activities, and in pursuit of something higher, in pursuit of a sacrificial goal. Lord, I pray that you would just give honor tonight. Lord, we seek to honor you as well. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Ben. First off, I'd like to welcome you to your Kettering Fire Department's annual awards banquet and recognition ceremony. I would like to thank everybody for joining us tonight to celebrate your fire department's rich tradition and history and to look at all of our accomplishments in the year of 2016. Tonight we will be swearing in new members to our department, part-time and career. We'll be awarding life savings awards. We'll be presenting service awards for tenure and length of service, and recognizing the firefighter of the year. Before I begin, I would like to recognize a couple individuals, distinguished individuals in the audience tonight. Mayor Don Patterson. When Mayor Patterson makes his remarks, he will address the distinguished members of council in our attendance tonight as well. We have our city manager, Mark Schwederman, here tonight. We have the police captains, Captain Mark Burian and Dan Gangwire. Thank you for coming. As well as Administrative Support Director, Drew Miller, our Law Director, Ted Hamer, our Medical Director, Dr. Brian Springer. I would also like to recognize our administrative staff, John Moore, Teresa Richardson, and Chrissy Watkins, as well as our command staff, Assistant Chief of Operations, Mitch Robbins, Assistant Chief of Administration, Nick Hosford, as well as our battalion chiefs, Battalion Chief Brian Beaver, Battalion Chief John Dernberg, Battalion Chief Jim Lokai, Battalion Chief Mike Miller, and Battalion Chief Doug Panstengel. I would also like to recognize a couple special members that are sitting in the crowd tonight. Our retired fire chief, Jim Fry. Jim is with us tonight. Chief Fry worked for our city from 1969 until 1997. He was promoted and served his last 15 years of his career as the chief of our department. He made a phenomenal decision way back in the day May 11th, 1987, and he hired 5 individuals, which we call the Fab Five. I just happen to be one of those Fab Five. The chief made a lot of good decisions back in the day, but I think that was one of his best. Also, we have a couple other retired members in our department tonight, and I'm always glad to see retired members come back and join us. Now I'd like to present to you the Honorable Mayor Don Patterson.
Thank you, Chief, and thank Chief Fry for coming this evening. I never had the privilege of serving with the Chief. I was on my way in the door as he was on his way out the door. So thank you for coming, and thank you for all your years of service. I would like to recognize the council, Vice Mayor Rob Scott, Councilman Joe Wanamaker, Bruce Duke, Tony Klepaz, Amy Shrimp, and Bill Lauder. So I have the privilege of serving with them. They're strong supporters of all of our services that we provide in the city of Kettering. In the particular, our public service, that being you folks and the fire department. And I couldn't be more pleased than have the opportunity to serve with them. This is an evening about firefighters. This is an evening to recognize you for what you've done, accomplishments that have happened throughout the last year, as well as recognize some of the life-saving instances that happened throughout our city this last year. And that's no small feat. The fact that every time the alarms dropped and we send out fire trucks and medic trucks and that, we never know what the situation is going to be. And sometimes you folks arrive on a situation that's literally life and death. And through your training, through your hard work, your compassion, we're able to put forth a great community service to our residents. Not only our residents, but people that travel through our city. I would also like to commend the police administration who are always in attendance. Excuse me. And there's a strong support between police and fire. And I know when we have police events, I can always look around the room and see firefighters, administration, and that. And I think that goes a long way in saying what this city is and who we are and how we work as a team. Also, as I look out in the audience, I see a lot of family members. And we couldn't have the service we have, the dedication and the quality we have without the families of the men and women who serve in our fire department. And I know as I look around, I see some kids, and I know that mom and dad sometimes aren't there for anniversaries, birthdays, soccer games, whatever it may be. And we thank them so much for their dedication to our community. Yesterday and this evening, we will honor, Rotary Club honored Dwayne Cobb as our firefighter of the year. And congratulations, Dwayne, for that award. A year ago in a week, we dedicated the fire station on Far Hills. And it's been a great asset to our community. Since that time, we've opened the one on Hempstead Station. And sometime this fall or so, we'll dedicate the one on Dorothy Lane with the last fire station coming along on Woodman, last one coming on Dorothy Lane. So really, I just this evening would like to thank you and let you know that not only from the mayor's office, council, and administration, we support the efforts of our fire department. And I hope you feel that way. I hope that as you look to the fire department for best training, best equipment, best location, that you understand that we're committed to that. And we want you to be safe. We want you to come home every night to your loving husband, wife, and kids. And we'll do everything we can to make that happen. So thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
Thank you, Mayor Patterson. And on behalf of the men and women of the fire department, I would express our sincerest gratitude to you and the members of council for your undying and unwavering support for the fire department. It is obvious to us, and we appreciate that. It's truly a privilege for our individuals and myself to serve you and the community. So thank you. I'd like to take this time, a little bit of time right now, and look back at the year of 2016, at our department's outstanding accomplishments. This was by far a record year of progress and change in our department. Our department proudly responded to over 8,600 alarms this year in 2016. Of those 8,600 alarms, 6,900 of them, or almost 6,900 of them, were EMS alarms. That was an approximately 5% increase over 2015. In addition to responding to these alarms for emergency services, our members proactively attended over 7,500 hours of training. Our department opened, as the mayor said, the first 2 fire stations in Kettering with official ribbon cuttings. We also broke ground on Woodman Drive, and we hope to open that a little bit later this fall, as the mayor was speaking about. These new stations have proven to be an extremely valuable asset to our fire department and to the entire city, and it has significantly enhanced our capability of serving the community. But as exciting and as encompassing as opening up those 2 stations were, we had a lot of other progress for the year 2016. We were able to integrate Locution, which is our computerized dispatch software system, into operation. This automated software system allows our dispatchers to remain on the phone with distressed callers and to give key life-saving instructions while the Locution software dispatched the appropriate apparatus to the emergencies. As you know, research has proven every second counts when someone is experiencing a heart attack, stroke, structure fire, or other life-saving or life-threatening emergency. The integration of Locution is yet another example of how this department is working to provide the community with the quickest emergency response possible. In 2016, our department worked to connect with our community. We were attending a large number of ribbon cuttings, block parties, picnics, social events throughout the community. We entertained many residents by providing open house and tours of our new fire stations. Our firefighters proudly participate in reading programs at neighborhood schools. You can routinely find our firefighters reading books to those students, and from time to time serving lunch to our local students and local schools. Our department members can also be seen volunteering every year at the city's Shred Day that's held in the fall. In 2016, our department, in partnership with American Red Cross, participated in Make a Difference Day. And what that was that day was for our opportunity and Red Cross's opportunity to get out to local neighborhoods and strive to them the importance of smoke alarms as well as CO detectors. And our crews were able to hand out smoke detectors and CO detectors in that event. Making some of these handouts possible, again in 2016, our department received from several local businesses like Firehouse Subs, Dayton Business, or Dayton Firefighters Credit Union. Each one of those organizations made donations to our department and have routinely made donations to our department with CO detectors, which helps us provide those to the city members that are in need. Again, this past year, Local 2150 members spearheaded a charitable activities which raised over $15,000. They were able to provide services and needs to community groups or community individuals that had needs. A few examples of those traditional programs is the union's Christmas Adopt-A-Family, as well as the Keep Warm event where our local was able to donate coats to children that need in our school systems. This past year, our department received its second consecutive American Heart Association Mission Award. This is the second year for us to receive this, and this year we received a Lifeline Gold EMS alarm or EMS award. Receiving this award for the second year in a row confirms our department is dedicated to providing excellent cardiac care to our residents and our community. In 2016, we received our review from Insurance Services Offices, otherwise known to everybody in the fire service as ISO. As the results of this review were made to us, we realized that we were able to lower our classification from a 3 to a 2. ISO rates fire departments in a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst. A rating of 2 places our department in the top 2% of fire departments throughout the country. They rate that percentage, and they rate us on our capabilities to handle structure fire response capabilities. So we were proud to announce that. This new classification, which was hard for us to get, but we've got it, is a testament of the commitment between the city and the fire department to provide an outstanding emergency service to our community. These items I talked about tonight, I was just scratching the surface of the highlights of some of the outstanding accomplishments in 2016. I could very easily sit up here until the wee hours of the morning and telling you all the great things about our department. And as most of you know me, if I get started, sometimes it's hard to get me stopped. But I will shush it down here for tonight, knowing that the NCAA tournament is also happening as well. On a serious note, I would like to say to each and every member of our department, these are your accomplishments, and you should be proud of them. It's your integrity, it's your professionalism, your compassion, your unity, and your honor, which has shown through this year through the values that you have truly committed to our department. You are the ones that make our department what it is today. You are the men and women that give tirelessly, answer those alarms in the middle of the night, handle the stressful situations of what you see on working through emergency scenes. You continue to train, study, and critique your actions to improve your knowledge and skills every opportunity that you get. You are the ones that make the Kettering Fire Department the department that it is today. As your chief, I proudly am honored to see all the accomplishments that you accomplished in 2016, and I applaud you for your outstanding efforts, and I look forward to the year 2017. At this time, I would like to introduce our medical director, Dr. Brian Springer, to speak on behalf of our outstanding EMS program. Dr. Springer.
Hi, good evening, everybody. So I'd like to start by thanking all of you for the honor and the privilege of being able to serve as the medical director for Kettering Fire Department for this past year and for these past years that it's been now. Medical knowledge is constantly changing, and what we do in our medical practice, what we do as far as for our interventions with patients is constantly changing. It's constantly evolving and constantly improving. Now, it's hard to keep up with all of these different changes, and I will tell you that as a physician, from the standpoint of keeping up with the medical literature, even just the medical literature that focuses on pre-hospital care, it's daunting, and it's really literally impossible to try and stay on top of everything. Still, the effort has to be made to look and see what it is that we're doing, what it is that works, what it is that does not work, and what it is that we can continue to do better. It can be very, very difficult to go ahead and make changes. It can be especially difficult to make changes when actually what we're doing is working overall and we're doing well. And here it's really been, from my standpoint as medical director, very easy for me because this is a department that is really superior in terms of the training, in terms of the quality of the personnel that we have out there. We do a terrific job in terms of going and serving the public out there on scene. However, change sometimes has to be made. And I will tell you here that I'm very happy to say that over this past year, it hasn't been anything that I've seen on the medical and care side of things that's been huge or groundbreaking. I guess actually, groundbreaking, yes, from the standpoint of we keep breaking ground on getting new and better stations for our personnel. But what we've seen has been slow, steady, incremental change, slow and steady, incremental improvement in the care that we are doing for our patients out in the field. And this is done through an ongoing process, training, quality assessment, quality improvement, and maintaining an ongoing attitude of scholarship, an ongoing attitude of service, and a will to always keep getting better. We have a truism in emergency medicine that we talk about, which is it's not what you don't know that's going to kill your patient. It's what you think that you know that actually is wrong that is going to go ahead and kill your patient. So the fact is, complacency kills. We can't stop. We have to always continue to keep improving and keep learning and keep getting better. Over this next year, I expect to see an ever improving and ever increasing role in EMS and their care out in the field, and this is a role that is based on robust, evidence-based medicine. The days of scoop and run are effectively over. And while, yes, the most important pre-hospital fluid still remains diesel fuel, i.e., okay, step on the gas and get the patient to the hospital as quick as you can, your role out there in the early assessment and the early treatment of ill and injured patients is going to continue to keep growing. And I will continue to review the evidence, get feedback from you, continue to train with you and train you and pass on as much knowledge as I can, and I promise to keep growing with you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Springer. Now, if I could, it's that time of the night where I would like to have the newest part-time firefighters on our department and their family members make their way to the stage. Before the introductions, I'd like to give you a little brief overview of what we expect out of our firefighters and what they can expect as they embark on the journey of public safety. During the hiring process, we not only look for candidates with knowledge, experience, and a proven work record, we also insist on individuals with high moral character, integrity, and those who possess a tremendous work ethic. They will need this work ethic as they continue to work to succeed and train to meet state, federal mandated certifications and courses. Given what that is at stake, there's no room for compromise when it comes to the proficiency and competency of our emergency responders. Now for the introductions. When I call your name, please step forward. Brian Dyes. Firefighter EMT Brian Dyes comes to us with prior experience from Sugar Creek Township Fire Department. Joseph Harvey. Joe is a firefighter EMT and is new to the fire service. Joe Homan. Joe recently started on our department here in the last couple of weeks. He has prior experience with Riverside and Trotwood Fire Departments. He is a firefighter EMT as well. Jeremy Johnson, firefighter EMT, and Jeremy is new to the fire service. Jalen Richardson, firefighter EMT, and Jalen is new to the fire service. Not able to attend tonight, Will Lawson, Mike Lewis, and Scott Renner, and Adam Watson are new members of our department as well. I will say that Adam Watson has been on extended military leave serving our great country. Mayor Patterson, will you please administer the oath of office?
I pledge to serve the citizens of Kettering faithfully and will uphold all the laws, regulations, and directives that govern me in the performance of my duties. I will bear true allegiance to my country, my city and department, and will, to the best of my ability, carry out my responsibilities as a Kettering firefighter.
Well, let's hear it for our new members in the Kettering Fire Department. Now, if I could please have the newest career firefighters and their families make their way to the stages. Now, before I introduce these gentlemen as well, I'd like to give you a little brief overview of the path that they took to become career Kettering firefighters. At a minimum, all have completed a 2-year paramedic certification. They've all completed a 240-hour Level 2 fire certification, hazmat operation certifications, 100, 200, 700, and 800 federally mandated NIMS courses. Now for the introductions. When I call your name, please take a step forward. Matt Abel. Matt was hired in May 16th of 2016. Matt is here with his wife, Jamie, and his baby girl was out in the crowd I thought I saw a little while ago, Joanna. Matt served 7 years as a volunteer and a part-time firefighter paramedic for the city of Kettering before becoming a career firefighter for us. Matt received a Life Savings Award in the year of 2015. Chris DeLange. Chris is a new hire that just started March 6th of 2017. Chris is here with his mother, Ann. Chris brought to us a degree in criminal justice and associate's degree in nursing. He has over 10 years experience in fire and EMS, and he's worked with several departments in the area, but most recently as a career paramedic for Springfield Fire Department. Sean Ditton. Sean was hired March 6th of 2017. He's here with his wife, Kara. Daughter Emily and son Jacob is here as well. Sean has an associate's degree in fire service administration. He has an associate's degree, he also has over 14 years of fire and EMS experience, including the last 10 for the city of Miamisburg and the Miami Valley Fire District. Brian Hissong. Brian was hired April 4th of 2016. He's here with his wife, Chelsea. Brian brought to us 8 years of experience from area departments, and he served 3 years prior to coming to us with Clear Creek Fire Department. Ryan McClure was hired as well March 6th, 2017. He's here with his fiancee, Sean. He has an associate's degree from Sinclair, and he brought to us 14 years of fire and EMS experience, some of that being at West Carrollton Fire Department and career position at Middletown Fire Department. Austin Mellendorf. He is here with his wife, Kara. Austin brought to us 9 years of experience of fire and EMS. He worked in several departments the last 3 years, Lebanon, Deerfield, Union Township, as well as the Kettering Fire Department as a part-time firefighter. Gentlemen, congratulations on making it to a career position. Mayor Patterson, at this time, will you please administer the oath to our career firefighters?
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Pledge to serve the citizens of Kettering faithfully. And will uphold all the laws, regulations, and directives. That govern me in the performance of my duties. I will bear true allegiance to my country. My city and department. And will, to the best of my ability, carry out my responsibilities as a Kettering firefighter. Congratulations.
Now, if I please could have our newest fire captain, Sean Morgan, make his way to the stage with his family. Captain Morgan is accompanied tonight with his family members. He began his career with the Kettering Fire Department in 2001 and will be receiving his 15-year service award tonight as well. Captain Morgan was promoted August of 2016. Captain Morgan knew that he wanted to be a firefighter at the early age of 14, and he joined an explorer group at that age at Xenia Township Fire Department. Shortly after graduating from high school, he joined Xenia Township Fire, and then he went on to get his recruit training through Springfield Fire Department before coming to Kettering. During his years of service, Captain Morgan has obtained multiple certifications and degrees, some of which include rescue technician, hazmat tech, fire investigation, hazmat, fire executive officers. He's also obtained an associate's degree in fire service or fire science, an associate degree in business, where he graduated with honors. He then attended Indiana University and received a Bachelor of Science degree in business administration, also graduating with honors. Congratulations, Captain Morgan, to our new leadership role.
Yeah, not really, but
You will.
I'm being told I'm giving a speech. Yeah. I'll just keep it short and sweet. Really, what I'd like to do is thank everybody who has helped me along the way. The city has been very gracious in helping, especially with my education and any needs in that area of encouragement. I'd like to thank City Council. I'd like to thank the mayor. I'd like to thank the command staff. I'd especially like to thank my family for the love and support and understanding that they gave me while I was pursuing my fire service career and continuing to develop my education. I'd also like to thank the men and the women that I work with, the ones who are still here and the ones who had retired. I would not have gotten here without those individuals. I've learned so much from those in the past, and I continue to learn from the individuals that I work with. Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to do a little special recognition, I can speak, to a special person that has done a tremendous job in helping the fire department. This person has helped us and assisted us through our hiring and promotional process and has helped us successfully hire and promote all of these individuals that you saw here tonight getting sworn in. And that individual that I would request for her to come up is our Human Resource Manager, Jenny Smith. Okay, I want to speak a little bit about Jenny here. I want to embarrass her and keep her from crying. First off, as I said, Jenny has been instrumental in everything that has happened with our hiring process and our promotional processes. She works tirelessly for our department, gives hours and hours and hours of dedication, work and at home, nights, weekends, you name it, Jenny's working for us. She moves the hiring and promotional process along diligently and quickly and very clean and organized. Jenny, I can't say enough words about you other than you kill me because you put more hours in than I do, which is we have this running thing together. I don't like to be outdone by the hours that I work, and I know she kills me on it. So that is outstanding, and we appreciate it. I appreciate it, but not only do I appreciate it, the members of the Kettering Fire Department appreciate it for all your hard work and all your dedication. So thank you. Now, please take the weekend off. Next, Assistant Chief Mitch Robbins will be presenting our service awards.
Unlike the chief, I'm pretty short and to the point, so mine will be quick. For your 5-year award, please come to the stage. For 5 years of service, Pete Burcham. Amber Durich, Zach Joyce, and Matt Youngerman. For 15 years of service, Battalion Chief Jim Lokai. Captain Sean Morgan. For 20 years of service, Captain Ethan Klusman. For 25 years of service, Dan Wathen. For 30 years of service, Captain Troy Schwabel. For 35 years of service, Eric Watney.
Wow. 35 years. Eric, that's phenomenal. Eric has given multiple years, obviously, 35 of them. A lot of those in a volunteer and moved over into the part-time system. Eric, unbelievable. 35 years of dedication, weekends, nights, Christmases, holidays, on and on and on and on. You don't see that much anymore, and that speaks highly of you as an individual, so congratulations. Now I will have Assistant Chief Nick Hosford and Battalion Chief Mike Miller, and they will be presenting our Life Savings Awards this evening.
The Kettering Fire Department's Life Saving Awards is a prestigious and incredible honor awarded to active duty personnel whose direct actions saved the life of a person whose heart has stopped beating and shows no sign of life. This award is only achieved when a patient who is clinically deceased is not only resuscitated and regains life-sustaining functions, but moreover is able to make a full recovery and resume a normal life activities. It is one of the most rewarding accomplishments any member of this organization can make in the course of their career, and to know that their actions contributed to saving the life of another human being. To understand the significance of the last statement, the individual that is saved must be discharged from the hospital and resume normal life activities.
At this time, I would like to invite the following personnel to the stage to receive the Life Saving Award. Captain Troy Schwabel. This will be Captain Schwabel's 4th award. Firefighter Paramedic Nick Andrews. This will be his 3rd award. Firefighter Paramedic Chad Gamin. This will be his 1st award. Firefighter EMT Eric Kesson, who is not in attendance, this will be his 1st award. Firefighter Paramedic Bob Nedler, this will be his 3rd award. And Firefighter Paramedic Joel Sagasser, this will be his 1st award, and he also is not in attendance. On March 1st, 2016, Engine 37 and Medic 36 were dispatched to a report of an unresponsive patient inside a vehicle in a business parking lot. Engine 37 arrived just before the medic crew and initiated CPR while the patient was still in the vehicle. The crews initiated CPR in the vehicle due to a driving rainstorm. Shortly after, Medic 36 arrived and the patient was moved quickly to the back of the medic. The Lucas machine was applied and advanced life-saving procedures started. A pause in CPR and rescue breathing showed the patient's heart to be in ventricular fibrillation, a shockable rhythm, and the LifePak 15 was used to shock the patient. After one shock, continued CPR, and the administration of life-saving medications, the patient began to take shallow breaths and regained a palpable pulse. Thanks to the recognition of the medical emergency from a bystander walking past and calling 911, the rapid dispatch and quick response times, KFD emergency crews arrived on scene in less than 2.5 minutes to provide care. Due to the crew's quick recognition of potentially fatal medical emergency while the patient was in her vehicle in the midst of a rainstorm, and use of advanced life support procedures and equipment, the crews were able to provide life-saving care. This patient was transported to Kettering Medical Center and arrived at the hospital within 16 minutes of the time the call was received, with a beating heart and shallow respirations. Each of these personnel should be commended for their outstanding efforts and professionalism, without which this patient would not be alive today. Therefore, it is our distinct pleasure to award the Life-Saving Award to these personnel.
I would like to invite the following personnel to the stage to receive the next life-saving award. Captain Dave Roth, this will be his 6th life-saving award. Firefighter Paramedics Chris Holbrook, her 2nd award. Zach Joyce, his 3rd award. Bob Nedler, this will be his 4th award. Jim Kohler, this will be his 4th life-saving award. Justin Lakes and Mike Regal, this will be Mike's 3rd life-saving award. On June 23, 2016, Engine 32 and Medic 37 were dispatched to a report of an unresponsive patient who was breathing at the time of the call. Upon arrival, crews found an elderly female patient with bystander CPR in progress. The bystander was a physical therapist who relayed that the patient had just completed therapy and then passed out. Engine 32's crew assumed patient care, assessed the patient, and found no pulses and no respirations. The patient was in cardiac arrest. CPR was continued, and with Medic 37 on scene, the Lucas compression system was applied. The Lucas systems were acquired through a grant from Firehouse Subs and the Bureau of Workers' Comp in 2015. The machines are placed on a patient's chest and automatically compresses during CPR to provide effective and consistent compressions to ensure oxygenated blood flow throughout the body. This equipment has been a valuable asset to the crews in the field and improved patient survival outcomes. The equipment further allows better use of our resources to provide simultaneous therapies with the available personnel on scene. The crews continued to work diligently to provide life-saving airway procedures and cardiac drug therapy along with CPR. After several minutes of care, the patient had a pulse and was transported to Kettering Medical Center with a cardiac alert, where she was treated and later released. Each of these personnel should be commended for their outstanding efforts and professionalism, without which this patient would not be alive today. Therefore, it is our distinct pleasure to award the Kettering Life-Saving Award to these personnel.
I would like to invite the following personnel to the stage for the next life-saving award. Captain Troy Schwabel, this is his 5th award. Firefighter Paramedic Jeff Corey. Firefighter Paramedic Eric Hagemeyer, this will be his 3rd award. Firefighter Paramedic Glenn Schlub. Firefighter EMT Matt Youngerman. On July 15th, 2016, Engine 37 and Medic 36 were dispatched to report of difficulty breathing at a local nursing home. Upon Engine 37's arrival, the crew was informed that the patient had been eating when he became unconscious. The facility staff called 911, assessed the patient, and began CPR just prior to Engine 37's arrival. Engine 37's crew assumed patient care, initiated patient assessment, and continued CPR. After approximately 1 to 2 cycles of CPR, another assessment was done, and the patient's pulse returned. Medic 36's crew arrived on scene, and the crews continued to provide ventilations by bag valve mask while preparing the patient for transport. En route, the patient's condition continued to improve, and the patient was transferred to Kettering Medical Center in stable condition. This alarm is an excellent example that the knowledge and application of basic CPR procedures to clear an airway and provide compressions and ventilations when a patient is in cardiac arrest can make the difference between life and death. Each of these personnel should be commended for their outstanding efforts and professionalism, without which this patient would not be alive today. Therefore, it is our distinct pleasure to award the Kettering Life Saving Award to these personnel.
The Customer Service Excellence Award is awarded to an individual member of the department for their commendable performance of acts or duties, or for the efforts expanded and materially contributing to the successes of the fire safety, fire prevention, emergency medical service, or community relations program. Will the following individuals please join me on the stage for this award? Captain Ethan Klusman, firefighter paramedic Jake Coverstone, and firefighter paramedic Chris Denlinger. On June 3rd, 2016, Kettering fire crews responded to an injury to an elderly resident who was mowing his lawn. Engine and Medic 36 responded to this individual's basic medical needs, and after solving the patient's immediate medical problem, the engine crew stayed and completed the chore of the patient had set out to do in the first place. One of the neighbors observed this and sent us a letter stating, quote, "One of my neighbors was injured while mowing his lawn today. The gentleman was obviously unable to complete his yard work. The amazing men that came to the scene finished mowing this man's lawn for him. Incredible service, well above and beyond what's called for, and thank you." This superb customer service demonstrates these individuals committed to ensuring that we care for our customers. This crew's actions went well beyond what is expected from them in a daily routine service call, and this definitely meets the definition of the award they are receiving tonight. Therefore, it is my pleasure to present the Customer Service Award of Excellence to Quint 36 crew. Congratulations, guys. Firefighter of the Year is an award that is awarded to a firefighter that exemplifies a true meaning of commitment and pride to our organization in the current year. This award process begins back in the fall, and nominations are sought for the award, in which can be inputted by any rank and any member of our fire organization. At the end of the year, each year, the nominations are evaluated for merit by our department's award committee. This award committee is made up of 4 to 5 individuals with varying rank and different organizational responsibilities. The committee reviews each candidate and makes recommendations to the fire chief for final approval. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our 2016 Firefighter of the Year, Howard Dwayne Cobb. Dwayne began his career with Kettering Fire Department in 2002 as a volunteer firefighter at Company 36. He proudly served as a volunteer firefighter, lieutenant, and captain for 8 years. And in 2010, at the inception of the part-time system, he worked part-time for our department for 2 years until he was hired as a career firefighter paramedic. Dwayne has an incredible knowledge of the fire service and routinely provides outstanding emergency care while treating patients with kindness and compassion. He works diligently to take on large amounts of administrative functions and roles within the department to improve our safety and efficiency of our operations. He currently oversees our turnout gear maintenance program, serves in a leadership role in the Honor Guard, is active on our RTF and task force rescue programs, and he is very active as an instructor for our department. In 2009, Dwayne received the Volunteer Firefighter of the Year as well as he was presented a Special Way Award from the city for his leadership as a volunteer lieutenant at Station 36. He has the distinct honor of being our only dual winner of the Firefighter of the Year in that categories. In 2016, Dwayne was instrumental in creating the specs for the new Honor Guard uniforms that they're wearing tonight. He's improved our safety of our fire gear through research, inspections, and repairs, and he has created departmental trainings for hybrid vehicle responses. He is a consummate team player for us and demonstrates excellent judgment. He leads quietly through example, mentoring, and his humility. Dwayne, thank you for all your hard work and dedication to this department, and for your service to the members of our community that we are sworn to serve every day. You have definitely earned the appreciation and respect of our organization. And congratulations again for receiving the 2016 Firefighter of the Year. At this time, I'd like to recognize a couple individuals that are sitting in our audience tonight that have retired from our department in 2016. Both of these individuals have given our department and our community many, many years of service. First, I would ask Firefighter Pete Graham to join me on the stage. Pete started his service to the Kettering Fire Department June 1st of 1984. Pete retired from our department as a part-time firefighter in December of 2016. Pete has served our department and served the community for over 32 years. 26 years of those as a volunteer firefighter and lieutenant in our department. The last 6 years, Pete has served as an in-house firefighter EMT. The comments that you consistently heard about Pete from his peers and supervisors were that Pete wants to help make this the great department that it can be, and he is always willing to assist and mentor younger firefighters and assist them to become all that they can be. Pete has truly, over the years, given countless hours to our department and our community and should be extremely proud of all of his accomplishments. 32 years of service, nights, weekends, holidays, is outstanding. Pete, congratulations on your retirement, and you're going to be missed from our day-to-day operations. Congratulations. Next, I would ask Jeff Rose to join me on the stage. Jeff was hired as a career firefighter March 25th, 1988. Again, another great decision from our retired fire chief, Jim Fry. Jeff retired from our organization April 17th of 2016. He served 28 years as a career firefighter paramedic, but Jeff started his career as a volunteer in July of 1986 at Station 37. The combined years of service equal more than 30 years to our community. Jeff received a Life Savings Award multiple times, one in 2012 and one in 2013. The comments that you consistently heard about Jeff from his peers and supervisors is he is a great team player, he's dependable, and most importantly, he's a good person and a good friend. Jeff accomplished many successes in his career and gave tirelessly to our department and our community. Jeff even made it through several years of actually having me as his partner on Medic 36. If you made it through that, you can make it through anything. Jeff, congratulations on your retirement. Before we move to our closing remarks from the city manager, Mark Schwederman, I would like to thank a couple individuals that have made tonight possible. First, I would like to recognize two of my lifelines that I use daily, and both of them, I would like to have them come up. One of them is Teresa Richardson, and the other is Chrissy Watkins. Thanks to both of you for all your hard work and what you've done to help us tonight. Teresa has put the slideshow together, formatted tonight's presentation, as well as sending out flowers, setting up the agenda for tonight, and overall, basically getting me here on time and making sure that I'm reading these comments to you. So Teresa, without a doubt, puts everything together for us for this awards banquet, and is greatly appreciated. Chrissy, she coordinates the uniforms and the badges and assists for tonight's evening as well. Without both of them, tonight would have never happened. So I appreciate both of your help and all your dedication to helping me through this process. Thank you. And next, I'd like to single out one more person, Captain Rob Hessinger. Captain Hessinger is the author of our awards and recognition policy, and he is the driving force behind setting up tonight's event. I want to tell Rob that I really appreciate everything that he does throughout the year for setting these awards banquets up. Rob, thank you very much. And I also want to thank one more person tonight, Wendy Miller from Kettering Police Department, for her willingness to come tonight and take pictures for us. We appreciate that.
First of all, I just want to mention that I can't see any of you now that I took my glasses off. But I want to make just a few comments before we close here about the Customer Service Award earlier tonight, and all of the awards, frankly, that were given tonight. On Monday of next week, we'll be unveiling our new website. Earlier this month, we unveiled the new banners along Stroop Road and Far Hills. And with that comes our new branding, Kettering is Home. And I want to thank the chief and all the administration at the fire department for giving you all the ability to understand what customer service means to us at the city of Kettering. It's amazing to me that all of you understand that not only saving lives is important, but cutting the guy's grass, that's really impressive. I think that's awesome, and I hope that you continue to feel the freedom to assist our residents in any way that they need assisted during your service to them. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, especially the family members who took their time out to be with their family members who work for us tonight. I want to thank everyone in the fire department for their service, their courage, their strength, and their commitment to our organization. I want to welcome our newest members to the fire department. I want them to be safe, I want them to serve us well, and I certainly want you to enjoy a long and fruitful career with the city of Kettering. To Eric Watney, 35 years, that is awesome. Thank you for your service. And then finally, I would just like to add that when I started my career with the city of Kettering 28 years ago, these auditorium seats were softer and wider. Please join us for the reception afterwards, and thank you for coming.